everyone, to my Reba Rose Creations Show today. Let me make sure I got my mic on where you can hear me. I forgot that. So let me welcome you. Let me fix you a little bit right there, a little bit right here. I think we got you. I think we're good. Welcome on in to my YouTube friends and my Facebook friends today. And if you're joining me on Reba's page, welcome on in there. We have to always get that page up, so just give me just a moment. I think we got it. I think we got it. All right. Hopefully you can see me well on all the things today. Let's move you up just a little bit. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix that just a little bit. I kind of knocked it when I sat down. So sorry about that. Welcome on in today. How are you? How are you? I hope everybody's good. I'm going to turn our light where we can see us a little bit better. There we go. All right, we're doing a beautiful print again today. So let me show you. I apologize for having to change my time a little bit. I had to take the hubby to the doctor. So we're going to be using a beautiful stencil today, which this one's called Summer Breeze. We'll be using that, and I can give you a link for that. And then we're going to have our beautiful print, which I must have just knocked off somewhere. Where'd it go? Goodness. Oh, we couldn't. Here it is. Goodness, y'all. I must have fluttered it off the table. I'm like, I just had it. So this is our beautiful print we're using today. And this one's going to be SKU 2406 Petals and Pastels Can. Isn't that the cutest thing? I tried to find a watering can. This is more like an old watering can, but I would love to find one and put this on a watering can. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I think it would be beautiful. So we're going to use that today. And your print would come to you on Italian rice paper. Be very, very nice rice paper. I've already torn this one a little bit, and I think we'll leave it straight on the edge because we are going to do some stenciling today. So we're going to go ahead and paint our background up. So I think we're just going to paint it in the cream. Let's move these off. I think we'll just do it in the cream color because we kind of wanted just a good background. I have put a coat of primer on here because it had something else on here that wasn't exactly looking good. So I went ahead and put a coat of primer, which is the Undercover Primer by Paint Pixie. So I hope that you'll be excited today because this is a beautiful print. I'm excited to use it today. We'll just do it pretty simple, but hopefully it'll look great. Let's say hello to a few people. Welcome on in if you're on my YouTube channel. Hello to Debbie. Hey, Robin. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Debbie Knudsen. Good to see you. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you telling me. I would have been looking up to say, okay, one of y'all saw it go somewhere. It flew on off probably when I was fluttering around, right? That's okay. We're good. We're good. All right, so let's get our brush. I might sponge it on. Sometimes y'all have found that sponging on just does a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do our Cream Puff by Paint Pixie. And so if you want to order paints, I do have a coupon code. So the paints are not on sale, so you can get a 15% discount on that. I will put that in the description when I get off. And also you can find this stencil that I'm using today at Paint Pixie. You can find that as well. So you could use your coupon on anything that's regular price. So that gives you a good deal. All right, let's put these on here. We're kind of just going to play together and see what we want to do here and let y'all help me out. I love for y'all to help me out. I don't know what we would do without y'all. Okay, y'all, see if I want to brush it. You know what? I think I'll get that other brush. Let's see. I've got this brush here. I think this will do better. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let me water it a little bit. Always wet your brushes. It makes them just flow better with your paint. Kind of gets them softened up a little bit. And it's not going to hurt your paint at all because chalk paint likes water, so it is fine. Let's just get this coated. May have to paint our sides too a little bit. This already has a ribbon in it and I didn't take it out. I'm just going to leave it in there and we'll just use it. We're just going to paint around it And it won't matter if it gets a little bit of paint, because this paint's the same color. We won't let that bother us. So how is everybody for a Thursday? Have y'all got big plans for the weekend? It's supposed to rain here. We are going to my high school reunion. Mr. Sweetie just has to take it easy. He won't be able to do a lot but sit. But thank you for the prayers. He's doing better. We went to the doctor today, and he will be able to go get a shot. So he will not have to have surgery, which is a blessing. We're just going to pray that that helps, because we know who's in charge, right? You didn't get a, are you in my Telegram channel, Nita? Make sure that you're in my Telegram. That's free to you. It doesn't cost you anything. I don't see your phone number, any of that. It's perfectly great. And I also put it on my broadcast channel. So if you're not following me on the broadcast channel, I can give you a link. You can follow me there. You can also look right down here on the links on the bottom. If you click on that, it'll give you all my channels and everything. Broadcast channel should be in my link tree. Hey, Miss Mary Beth, how are you, sweet friend? Yes, it is such a relief. It really is. We're hoping that helps. You have to go see a surgeon to be able to do that. They have to look at your x-rays and all those things to refer you to somebody. And we did that, and he said, you know, your back is older, and these things happen as you get older, and you have to take it a little easier. And so we got Mr. Sweetie losing some weight, and then he'll be able to hopefully get that set up. He's going to call them. You have to wait a little while for them to get the referral, and then he's going to call them and try to make an appointment. Maybe they can see him pretty early next week. They usually do have openings, so we'll get him taken care of. He won't be able to dance. He won't be able to dance this weekend, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll dance with the girls. So it ought to be fun. We won't get to go on our trip to go see the family. He cannot travel that far that soon. He doesn't need to be traveling with his back for right now. We've got to let the shots kick in. Even if you feel good, it's just too much to push yourself until you get your body used to everything. So he's disappointed. We won't get to see our kids and the grandchild, but we'll go see them later. It's fine. We can go anytime. They are really busy in the summer. It's the only thing. You know, they get really busy in the summer, but we'll make it work out. We've been up in the summer before. They go to the pool every day pretty much. When the kids get off work, they all go to the pool and they go on the weekend. So we'll be okay. We can go to the pool with them. It'll all work out. I know they'll be a little disappointed, because we were looking forward to going and seeing a lot of the family, but into a wedding up there. But you know what? Sometimes the Lord just has other things in mind for you, so you just have to pivot. You're just gonna trust in Him. You know, sometimes you get these little ookies in there, and that is where your paint's gotten a little dry. They'll just come right off. They don't hurt anything. Just take them right off with your brush, and it will be fine. And we'll get this all dried. Trying to make sure we get up in there. Right there on the edge. And we can always go back around the edge if we missed anything, y'all. So we won't worry about that edge right now. We're just going to keep on going. Can y'all see okay? I think everybody can see. Yes, if you want to know when I'm going live, the best thing is for you to join my broadcast channel or my Telegram. They're both free, don't cost you anything, and it's a great way to keep in touch with your creators. And listen, you can turn the notifications on it to silent so that it doesn't ding. So you just go up to, if you're in the broadcast channel, you just go up to the little, there's a little bell up there, and you can click on that and you can put for it to be silent. I have to do that because otherwise my phone would ding all night long, and it has until I learned how to do that. So that's a good thing that you can do. Let's get this dry. Hello. Hello. I think I see Alec and Nancy. Good to see y'all today. And I can see Tuba. I can't see that far. I'm sorry that it's a little with these my older eyes, but I do see a few people. Let's see if my glasses are up here. Mike can see. Welcome on in to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Hello. Call you Terry. Okay. Yes, you're welcome to be on my YouTube as long as we're doing crafting and we're talking nice. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good to see everybody today. I'm glad that you're here. Hey, Mary T, how are you? Hope you're good today. Things are going good. I'm going to get this good and dried up. It doesn't take too long. Hey, Chris. Oh, no, Nita, you did. You helped to pick up a freezer. I know. We have to use our legs, and it's still, yeah, I know. I've done it. I've done it, too. And, you know, that's what he said. You can't be doing what you used to do. You're not as young as you used to be, right? That's for sure. I'm just glad that they do try some other things these days. All right, y'all. We're going to put our print on here. We are going to stencil some, but I'm going to stencil around our print more than likely. Think we're going to do, so we might use more than one stencil. So even though your paper is white, it's okay because we can blend it in. We're not going to study that part. We're going to move it down just a little bit. So let's get, I'm going to use some of our force field today to put it down. This is from Paint Pixie Force Field. It is also a sealer, and it's a little wet, so we're going to dry up just a little bit, and I usually just use a sponge. We'll give it just a tad of a dry, and then I like to iron mine on. If you have never ironed, you can just get you a little small travel iron and iron your prints on, and it helps them stay down, no wrinkles. Okay, we're good. Let's give it just a little dry. Hey, Tuba. Hey, Strawberry Kiwi. How are you? Thank y'all for joining me today. You're from Serbia. I definitely know where that is. Welcome on in. As long as you're talking about crafting, we are welcome for everybody on YouTube. Thank you for those hearts. You're doing good today? Great. Some of y'all already know from being on YouTube with my friends and collaborating with them. Okay, y'all, I'm going to kind of measure. I kind of can eye it, and this is where it looks, but let's kind of just give it a little right there. Yep, just off just a hair, just a little hair. One little hair right there. There we go. That's good. And you know, things can't always be perfect, so you just got to roll with it. Let's put our parchment paper. You always want to use parchment paper. For those of you who've never done an iron before, you definitely don't want to use wax paper or plastic wrap. The wax paper will stick to your iron and it will not work as well. So you want to make sure you've got parchment paper. It can be the clear parchment paper or it can be the brown. Either one is fine. And then I have my iron just a little bit past the half on it. This is just a little travel iron. You can get these from Amazon. I have one in my shop. It's the newest one, not this one. This model I think has been discontinued, but the other one works the same. You do not want steam, so make sure that you have your steam turned off. And then you're just going to make sure your middle's down well, and then you're going to move to the sides. This reactivates your glue underneath and helps it have a good adhesion. You can check your sides. And if some of them look like they're not down well, maybe I didn't put enough, then you can just take a little bit and put underneath. It looks like it's on pretty well. Make sure we're good up here. That's all you have to do on that. Just put that back there all the way. Now right here it looked like it was a little bit loose, so I'm just going to put just a little bit on the edge there. Just a little bit on that edge, and that'll work. So then so far, I've got this. That's beautiful like it is, isn't it? It's pretty. All right, let's dry that where I put a little bit of that. We're going to go ahead and plan on what color we're going to do our stencil in the background. Now, I'm kind of thinking a couple of things. I kind of got the pinks out. I'm not sure if I want pinks. I would have to mix it, or if I want to do more of this camel. It's also got some green. So we could use the green. This is the stencil, and this is called Summer Breeze. You can also get this from Paint Pixie. Isn't that a beautiful stencil? So let's see which side's our right side. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but these are made by Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara. She makes these. So we're just going to use like parts of it on our side. So we could go, I'll give you a couple of choices. We could mix some pinks together, or we could mix a little bit of our metallic Crimson Tide with it, and that gives it more of a little shine, kind of a little shine type texture. Or we could do the glazed donut, which is in the flowers here. So I'm gonna let y'all vote. If you think that we should use the pinks, the only thing is, you know, when you use those pinks, they can be a little bright, but I'm okay with it. Or do you want to use glazed donut? So if you want to use the pinks, float me a heart. Let's see if it'll give us any hearts today. It may not give us any on YouTube, but there's a hearts. Give me a heart if y'all think that we should use the pinks. If you like the glazed donut, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. And y'all give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I would appreciate that. It certainly helps my page, my channel. Thank you. Oh, now it's enabled, it says. Let's see. There we go. It was just a little bit. You like the pinks? Okay, let's mix them together and see. You guys like the pinks too? All right. Yes, I am Southern. I talk very Southern. Yes, I do. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's mix a little bit of, let's try a little bit of the cotton candy. We'll just mix some colors. Let's see what we get here. This pink is right here. So we do have just the pink. Let me go ahead and spray our stencil while we're waiting. Let that go ahead and be, I'm just trying to get the correct side here, y'all. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. I think we're using this side. So. Okay, let that dry a minute. That helps our stencil stick on. Okay, let's try the cotton candy. There is some of that in here, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll mix. Let's put a little bit of the Crimson Tide, which is a red, but it's got a little bit of a pinkish tone to it. Let's mix it. Let's get a stick. Grab a stick right here and we'll just stir it. Y'all, my drawers are so heavy. All right, I think that's a little burgundy light. I'm going to put a little bit of that red velvet cake in here. A little bit of it. Sometimes you just have to mix a few, see what you get. You were too? Oh, good. Thank you. All right. That's going to be kind of this color here. We could darken it a little bit. That's the pinky color that we're getting right there. A little darker. Let's see how it looks. Let's put a little bit more of the red velvet in there. It might have just needed a touch of pink. Let's see if that makes it a little better. Sometimes if you have paint and you just mix it till you get kind of the color you want. And then if it's not good, you can put something else with it and put you another layer on. What y'all think now? You like that better? That kind of matches a little bit. Yeah, it's almost getting burgundy. Just play with it, get it like you want. Let's put a little bit of that metallic in there. Yes, I think that's going to get it right there. And I hope that everybody is safe in the storms. We've been having storms here, and we're going to have more all weekend pretty much. Y'all like that color now? You like that one? Float me a heart if y'all like that color. Give me a heart on YouTube if y'all like that color. It's kind of this color pink right up in here, or maybe a little bit darker. That's what the pink looks like. Y'all liking that pink? Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, let's see which side do I want of this. I think we'll try this. We're just going to go on the edge of our paper a little bit as well. Right in here. Let's see, did I put my stencil brush out here? I can grab it, it's right here. Right here. Let me just reach over just a second. Sorry about that. Is that where I put that? I thought it was in there. I put it somewhere. Let me see if it's right here. Okay, where'd that stencil brush go? Let's see if I put it on my table. Sorry, y'all. There it is. Okay. I knew I put it somewhere. Listen, it gets worse as you get older. Just hang with it. Let's see how this looks on here now. And you can pounce it if you want it a little lighter, or you can swirl it, either one. Let's just pounce a little on. Let's see if I'm going to like that color. It does bring out the pink. I think it's going to be good. I think I'm just going to pounce it some instead of swirling, and let's see if that makes it a little bit more of a vintage look. Sorry for the noise. I am using my, you know what, I'm gonna move this out. That way it won't be so noisy. Just put that in the floor. Move this over a little bit. Now, that won't be so loud. Is that better? Can you see better now? Okay, good, good, good. You want to dab some off. You don't want it to be too heavy. You can always add more. Always add more. Hopefully that doesn't bleed up there and it's too heavy. I did get some off. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. If it has a couple of white places in between, that's okay. You can always go back over it. Hope that's going to look good. Just making sure I get all of that down in there. A little bit right in here. Now, if you ever mess a stencil up a lot, you can paint back over your surface and try again. You want to lift it straight up. Do not drag it. Straight up. That doesn't look too bad. I used the Pixie spray on it to help it adhere. Now, some people don't like the sprays. I'm okay with it. Well, I can't say it's perfect in places, but you know what? You can go back with a brush. I got a little heavy up there at the top. You can go back with your brush and you can even that up a little bit. So it will be fine. All right, so we got to do, I'm going to reverse this, but we want them to go the other direction. We may have to turn it over and do it. I don't know how that's going to work. Hold on. You may have another side that's the same. I'm looking, see if it's the same. Should be reversible, but that's okay. We can use this side right here, and I believe it's reversible. Yes. Kind of have to look at them sometimes. Just look at it and see. All right, make sure I don't have any paint on that side that's going to come out on our print. Okay, I'm going to use this side. And we are going to go a little bit lighter. See, I got lighter down here and it does better. But I will go back with that. You can take your brush, you can touch that up. Don't worry about it. Got a little bit right in here. You just take your paint, you'll just paint over it, and it'll cover it up. So don't let that bother you. It'll work. Okay, let's get here on this side. We're gonna do right in here, but we're gonna go see if we can kind of line it up. It might not be exactly the same, but that's okay. You do not have to be exactly the same. In fact, I was just gonna put part on there. So I think we'll go ahead and do the whole thing on this one, but usually I just do a little piece of a stencil sometimes on it. Let's get this down here. We'll go a little bit on our edge. And I think what I'll do is I'll take this paper here, just in case it's still a little wet, and that way we don't get our stencil on there. That's the best thing to do. Okay, we're gonna go a little lighter on this side to where it doesn't run. You got to be very light with it. And I was a little bit too much paint on that side. And I'm not worrying about it being matchy-matchy at all. You want it very, very light. And I had a little bit too much paint at the first. Thank you. You like the color? Thank you. Just take your colors, mix them, try them out. Get something you really like. One thing, buy you some basic colors and just play with your colors. Remember your primary colors from school and how you mixed and matched colors as you were growing up, or we did when I was growing up. We did colors. And then I also did them in college. I also studied color in college. And you can mix all kinds of colors and get what you want. Yeah, I'm going a little bit right in there. Make that come over just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it's not perfect, just go with it. Okay? Don't sweat it. It's a craft. You can always do something to fix it. Okay. We'll wash that out. Put that back over there. Let's turn our iron off. We're not going to need it. Let's turn it off. That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll say a little lighter in places, but you know, I can go back over it, so I can let it dry and go back over it if I want to. So if you want to go back over it, you definitely can. So if it's not what you want, and here, I'm not happy with that side, so I'll go back and fix that with a little paint. You can use a little bit of your background paint and paint in a little bit. Just takes a little time. I'll fix it before I take a picture of it. Let's get that dry. And I definitely want to put some paint up in that corner. Where that went off the stencil right in here. Let's fix it a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to cover that up, put a couple coats, and that'll cover right on up. See, I'm not going to sweat it. So that's looking pretty. Reba Rose Creations. Yes, I do have a link. I'll put that in the description after my live. I'll put it up in the description with the links. So I like that just like it is. I got a couple of molds out to kind of think about doing some of those. So I do have these little molds. And this would kind of cover up some of that. If I put a mold on there, that'll kind of cover it up a little bit too. How about that? That might work. So here's the little molds. Kind of like those. You could put all 4 in there, or you could just leave 2. You can move this in a little bit, have it up here in the corners. And that might add to it and be pretty. I do have a color. This almost is the color, but it's a little bluer than that. I do have another blue. I don't think the French blue will do. I do have, and that's too green, I think. Yeah, it's too green. That's watermelon rind. Yeah, that's too green. That's too, well, no, that's watermelon rind. That's pretty close. I do have some green if we wanted to paint these up. I do have some other little, y'all like the molds? Hey, Marsha. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Marsha. How are you? Thanks for saying hey to me. Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin. I'm Sheila. Yes. So I do have some crosses as well. I love this one here. This one's so beautiful. Love that. I do use a lot of crosses. So we might end up putting that on there somewhere. We've got some little flower. I got a couple of silk flowers I kind of pulled out in case these were some of the colors that were kind of in there. I kind of pulled those out in case we want to use those. I'm kind of indecisive on what I was going to use. I love this little piece here. So, do we want to use these molds? I kind of like them. They're kind of fancy. I like them. Even though they're fancy, they're okay. Let's paint them up. Let's do them in a, and this is kind of rustic looking too. So you could go rustic or prissy, either one with it. Let's do this one. I think we'll do, kind of thinking then a little bit. I do have, let me see. I do have this color metallic. See how it's got a little bit of the rust in there? We might could use a little bit of that. Let's paint these up with just, let me think, cream puff. I don't know how they would look in all. They might look okay. I could try it. I could try it for the rusty look. Or I could put a little bit of brown underneath. So I could do a little bit of brown and then put that on top. Let's see how that looks. Just gonna play with what we have and let's see how we like it. Always shake your paint. Hey Robin, good to see you. Hey. How are y'all doing? Good morning. Hey, Luann. I thought I saw you on there, Luann. Welcome on into my YouTube channel. Thank you. I thought I saw your name go by. All my friends are here today. That makes me happy. Okay, y'all, let me get a brush. Let's try this one. I'm gonna put a little water. I always put water in mine because it does help your paint flow. Let's paint these in the brown, and then let's put a little bit of that rust on there, and that might go good with the. This is gonna look a little dark right now, but it's pretty with the metallics on it, so I think it might look good. Let's get I don't like that brush. Let's get a smaller one. Let's get this one. There we go. That's better. Let's paint these up. You liking it? Well, good. I'm glad you do. Thank you. So we are here on Reba Rose Creations page. If you're not over there, go and join me over there and say hello. I see. Hey, there's Chris and Jan. Hey, Lena from Denmark. Welcome in. I'm sorry, my computer went off and I wasn't able to see you on. Now I see you. Welcome. Thank you for jumping on Reba's page. If y'all are not following Reba Rose Creations on Facebook, go and give her a follow. She hasn't done YouTube yet. Maybe that's something to come. Working on that. She's got a brand new, if you have a new grandbaby, baby, somebody's having a baby, she has a new set out, and it is a big set with nursery type characters, Victorian. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. Go check that out on her page. My link is above in my description on Facebook. I will put it on YouTube. And if you follow me on YouTube, if you go to anything else that I have done with her prints, you can find my link there as well. And get you some beautiful prints. Her prints are all done by her. She's an artist. So the ones for the nursery she just did, she created every one of them. It took her a long time. She wanted to put a bundle out so that you could get different things to fix up a room. Now, some of them I would use for myself, not just for babies, because it's got all kinds of Victorian things in it. Gorgeous, gorgeous things in there. So check that out. It's under a bundle. It is a download. So if you live out of the country, it's something you can download. You can download it. That comes in handy. I like the idea of the download. She's going to send you the files, and then you can download them yourself and print out whatever you want. She's going to send you several files so that you don't have just a great big one. You'll have several files. And so some of you asked, could you do a download? Because we live, you know, in another country. And that way you can get a file and do it yourself and print it out. And you can print at your local library. They've got printer stores. We have one here called Staples. They do not charge a whole lot. I think it was less than $1 for them to print something for me. Now, if you want it on rice paper, you may have to pay a little more, or they may let you. Now, they have where you can do it yourself at ours, and you can take your own rice paper. It's the same thing at my library. I just take my own rice paper and put it in and use the library one. Now, some libraries do charge a little bit. That helps pay for their ink, but they're not expensive at all. And that's a great place to go if you've got a nice local library that has a printer you can use. They usually have them in all the libraries now because, you know, kids are printing stuff out for school and all that. So, yeah, they've got those now in just about every library. They do here. And it seems like it's a dime or a quarter or something here. And then you just take your own paper if you don't want plain paper. But you can also do it on plain paper. So be looking for some more of those. If that goes over well, she'll make some more. And she does have a download section. So I know some of you are asking me from another country. Yes, she has a download section. It's not going to be all the prints that you see, but she does have a wonderful selection of downloads. Now, eventually, maybe she'll be able to do more. But right now, it's kind of hard. You have to do something completely different to do the downloads. So just go and check it out, the download section, because she's got some gorgeous, gorgeous things in the download section. I've done lots of the downloads. This one is a printable. As far as I know, you can't get it downloaded. Now, some of her prints also will come in the larger prints. So if you're wanting the A3s, which are bigger than these are the A4s. If you're wanting one of the larger ones for to print, to put in your in a frame and put it in your house somewhere as a decor, or you want to do something else with it, she does have some of those too. You'll just go in her search bar and you'll put A3, and that's going to bring up the things that you can get in A3. All right, those are looking good. Let's get those dry. I know right now they look dark, but we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. Just give us a minute here. I did this cross right here, and this one doesn't have the copper. It has the statuary on top. See how gorgeous it is? And it had that brown underneath, so I thought that might be good. Then it's got the statuary on top. We'll get those good and dry. We're going to try this copper here, New Penny. Get that good and shook up. We'll try it and see. We might end up painting one of these crosses on there too. Jan, you're from Idaho? Well, welcome, welcome. You might see a couple of places I might have to touch up on this, but that's okay. We'll go back and touch it up. Can always touch up. Hey, Chris. I love all of you being here. Welcome. Yes, I do. I'm trying to come on YouTube a little bit more live. Sometimes I forget, and I try to, when I'm on Facebook, I try to download those and put those on YouTube. And the best way that you can watch me is vertical, because I'm used to going vertical, so I usually just go on all of the platforms on vertical. All right, y'all, now we're going to try this New Penny. This is a beautiful, beautiful copper. And I'm just going to take it on my finger and use it just like you would another kind of buffing product. You're just going to put it on just like that. I'm going to show y'all. Oh my goodness, this is going to be pretty, y'all. Pretty. As little or as much as you want. I'm going to show you the difference. Let me get a little bit on right in here. And I'm going to show you how beautiful this is. Isn't that beautiful? Now, these are completely dry, but you see how they flex? That's why I use this kind of material. This is Form Flex Compound. Form Flex Compound. It is from Miss Tammy, and I can give you, if you want the link for Form Flex, just put the word Form Flex in the comments, and I will get it to you. She, just tell her I sent you. She does not have affiliates. I just love her product. So try to send people there, because if you like bendable molds, you want to definitely get this material. It's called Form Flex. It's just what I prefer. Works well for me. You can definitely get clay and do your own, but I'm going to tell you, this is so easy. You put it in your molds, put your molds, scrape off, get a little bit off the back, and put your molds. And I do have a video on YouTube that shows how I did my molds. And then you're just going to leave it in the freezer for 20 minutes, pull it out, and you just pop the sides. It comes right out. Easy, easy, easy. I'm going to show y'all the difference between these two. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful on there. I love this. I love this color. That's going to be gorgeous. You could have painted the whole thing, or you could have put a cream underneath or whatever. I just like the brown. Just seems to bring it out a little bit. Makes it look a little bit more antique. Now, here's just the brown. Here's the copper. Let me try to get it where I don't mess it up. See the difference? Isn't that beautiful? let's do some on this one. You're just going to put lightly with your finger. You can use a brush if you like. I prefer, because you have heat, and the reason that your fingertips are so good to use in painting, use what you have. This is your God-given paintbrush, because that gives a little bit of heat to it and moves it. And the brush, sometimes I don't do as well with the brush. So I just always use what I have here, what I was given, what I was born with, to make it work for me. And I just barely tap it. Just barely tap it. Okay, that looks like that's pretty good. Those are looking great. I love those. Now, it looks like there's a little bit more on that one, so let me add a little bit more right in here. Just dip your finger again, get you a little bit more. And you see it filled in most of that brown. The only place you have browns is right up in here. So that did pretty well. That looks good. All right, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm going to have to get me another wipe. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of that off. Seems like it's dry. It feels like it's dry, so I'll get that on off with the dry. There we go. That's good. All right, let's look at these. Let's get these dry, just a little bit of dry. They're almost dry, but we're going to give them, just hit them a little bit with the heat tool. And it looks like I might, and these were poured out of the same thing. They look a little bit different here, but this piece looks like it broke off. I'll probably find that in my box, and I'll just add it on. But they don't have to be perfectly matched either. It's good to go. All right, we'll do that one. Let's see how this looks. And I'm going to put those on with a little bit of Type Bond, just a tad. Just one with my glue tool. All right, I've got to turn that back on. For some reason it was, I must have turned it off. All right, let's put a little. I tell you what might work better than this too is I have another product that I like. And it's Heavy Body Gel. Let me put a little bit of that too. This is Pentart Heavy Body Gel. Anytime that you want to know about a product, just put a note there of what you want to know, and I'll give you a link to it. I'm going to get to where I can get all those links in. Work some of those in to my chat bot. I'm just putting a little bit of this heavy gel body glue too. It dries fast and it holds your molds really, really well. All right, we're going to put this one up in this corner. All right, and you can bend it. So see how I'm bending it the where I want it? I'm just pushing it. Then I'm going to hold it down. You can push it and pull it however you want to. Okay, let's get this one. I'll put both glues on it. You can do it with a Type Bond. It'll hold. This Heavy Body Gel just gives it a little bit more of an adhesion. It is a glue type material, and don't mix it. I'm just putting it to the side. I'm not mixing it together. Don't mix your glues, because then sometimes it won't work, because they'll be trying to fight each other on stability. So just put you just a little bit in places you don't have the other. Okay, I'm gonna put this one over on this side. And I'm gonna push that one a little bit too. Let's see if I can kind of line that up a little bit and push that over and hold it. Let's see if I got them about right. You can still move it until your glue dries, so don't be afraid to move them kind of like what you want here. There we go, that's better. And we'll push that one in just a little bit. Right there. Right there. There we go. I'm going to hold that just a minute to get it to adhere. Dries pretty quickly. That quick and thick dries quickly. Look how pretty they are on there. See how pretty it made it? Isn't that gorgeous? I like it. All right, let's decide if we want to put one of these on here for something different. I like the cross on there. I've got a little cross too, and I've got this little piece. I like those. That won't cover too much of the flowers up. Okay, we could use that. Now I'll put the flowers back and kind of show you if we wanted to put some of the flowers on here. You don't always have to use silk flowers, just some people like it. We could put a little bundle right there, or we could put some up here. What do y'all think on the flowers? I like that. I do like the cross on there. I kind of like it down here too. Just something a little different. I do like it. Let me try the other cross. Don't like it with the flowers. It's a little small. And you could put the flowers on the corner too, y'all. You could put your little greenery right over here in the corner. We could put it right here in the flower pot. That might be a cute place to put it. See right there on the flower pot? What do y'all think about that? Give me a heart if y'all like it right there. Like the flowers. Put a little greenery with it and put it right here on the flower pot. That would be cute. Then we could take this piece and put it right here without taking too much away. What do you think? Flowers, yes. You like the flowers there? Well, it's okay to cover it up sometimes. You know, as long as you can still see the pot or see what's there, you can still see the flower pot even with the flowers on it. Yes, you can still see it. It just gives it another little dimension is the only reason we'd be using those. Just a little dimension. So yeah, float me a heart. What do y'all think? What do you think, my friends on Reba's page? Y'all like the roses on there? You like the flowers? Y'all do? Okay, we can put just a couple right over here. We'll cut the bottoms off. I do have some little flowers. They're not quite exactly the color, but they're pretty close. So I could just put a few flowers in like one little rose. If we wanted to do that, we could use some of those. Y'all might like that better. It's a little smaller. Let's paint our cross and let it go ahead and be sitting and drying. I do love a cross on a lot of my projects because I am a walking miracle, and a lot of you know my story. And the good Lord decided to leave me on the earth a little bit longer. And so I am thankful every day because I am a miracle. I was not expected to make it. And power of prayer, I did. And so I am thankful every day that my head wakes up again. So I use a lot of crosses. Angels, I love angels too. I've got to do one of Reba's angels. She has got some gorgeous angels. And there are some little angel looking little pieces in that I just told you about. And that and there's oh, it's the sweetest little things. I'd like to get it and just use every print just to show y'all. I don't know. We'll see. I've got lots of prints now I need to show y'all and use. I have tons of Reba Rose prints. I love them. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get this off of here so I can kind of lay this down a minute and kind of get the rest of the paint in here. Let's see if we can get the rest of that in here. I'll put the top on that body. Well, I'll need it again, so we won't put the top on it just yet. I think I'll have enough paint to possibly get right in here. I just like the brown. You could put any color you want. It would have been pretty too in a in like a moss green, the moss green, and I mixed those colors too to make a that color. Okay, there we go. Now, if we didn't want this copper, we could do it something else. I've got another color too. Could do a peridot which is the kind of the olive, little bit of this green here. This would look good on there. We might try that. Might do something. We might just do something different here today. How about that? Now, I believe Kathy will be on this afternoon, so watch for her. As far as I know, she will be on. Oh, that wasn't the one I had. It was this one. A little place right there. You like the peridot, the green? Yeah, I think it might be pretty on there. We'll try it and see. Why not? Listen, we're experimenting. That's how we learn. Thank you for sweetening the tea, Mary. Yes, please share me out. I appreciate that. Hey, Debbie. Did I say hi to you? Hello. Yes, we do love to speak to people. Not seeing anybody else over on YouTube, but I appreciate you being here and hanging in and watching me. Thank you so much. Everybody's welcome at the table. Everybody's welcome. These dry pretty quick. This one's also bendable. It's the same material. They're bendable. All right, let's try this peridot and see if it shows. I haven't done it on the brown that I remember. Let's try a little bit of it. See how beautiful the color is. It's kind of a between an olive and like a jade green sort of. It may not show up a whole lot, but it is showing up a little bit. It is showing up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. That might look pretty on the can for something different. Kind of liking it. Kind of digging it. What do y'all think? Let's get a little bit right in here. If you can't get it with your finger, just get you a little brush and it'll work too. But try to just use my finger because I get a better coating on it to me. Oh, this is going to be pretty, y'all. Oh, yeah. This is looking pretty. Y'all see the color? A little bit on those edges. Oh, that is going to be pretty on there. I like it. Let's dry it up a little bit. That is going to be pretty. I'm going to be using this. Yeah, we could maybe put those little flowers on there. I'll look, and I think I've got some other little flowers. We'll try it. We'll see how that looks. You might like it better. Yes, I'll try it. Wait till y'all see how pretty this is. Isn't that gorgeous in the green? Oh, yes. I like it. All right, let's see how that looks. And then we'll put a little green. We'll try these, and I think I've got some more little flowers. We'll look and see. Let's put that here. I'm okay with it covering just a little bit because you still got that in the background. So it's not taken away from it. It's just giving a little bit of an addition. Okay. A little bit right in here of our other glue. Little place I don't have the other. There we go. It's gonna just give it a little bit more of a flare here. You also could take, if you didn't like the green, you could put a little bit of this kind of this bluish turquoisey color. You could put a little bit of that on there. Kind of push it to where you want. And that's what we've got on that so far. I like it on there. I think it's pretty. You can still see the flowers. You've got other flowers on here, so you can see them. Let's take a couple of these little pinks. And let's see how that looks with, some of you didn't want us to cover up all the flowers. So let's take some of these little pieces here. This is just a little, this one I think came from maybe Michael's on sale. It was on sale. I won't be using all those. We'll get a few of those off to look at that. We do have these little roses here, and I'm trying to see, did I have any other little bitty pink flowers? Let me look. I've got all kinds of flowers, y'all. Let me see if I got any small ones in here. Don't think I've got too many. I have these. Got that one in the pink. I don't have the other color. Don't have any more of those others because that's red. All right, maybe we'll try. Not sure I like that color with it. It kind of matches our matches this though, and brings the inside of these. Got a little bit of that. You know, that might look okay. Let me look. Let me put a few on here and we'll see. Maybe a few of these little pinks and maybe just whoop, one of these or the white one. You'd have to cut that edge off. Oh no, right now I'm kind of liking the pink and a little greenery. So let's try those. Y'all might like it better. A lot of you did not like the bigger ones. Let's put a little bit of these on there. A little something, something. And let's get a little bit of, what else I've got over here? I got all kinds of greenery over here. I always bring my greenery out. Do have a little bit of this. Let's see, what else do I have? Other greenery. Maybe this right here. Piece of that. Yeah, maybe a little piece of that. All right, let's put a little bit on there. Let's see what we like. Good morning. I saw somebody just jumped on and said, good morning, good morning. Thank you for jumping on. Welcome on in. There is always replay if you missed anything. See these flowers right here? They're very similar. So I'm just going to take these. I'll put my tool right there. I'm going to cut the bottom off just a little bit and glue those down. I kind of like those. I'm going to cut the little bottom off of, let's see, this one's got, oh, that one came off its little thing. I'll put that one there. All right, let's put a few of these little pieces in there. And we'll put this one right here. Right in here. There we go. And maybe a couple of pieces of this. Yeah, y'all might like that better. And if I find some of these, I did have some little bitty flowers like this. I may have used them all, so I may not have any of those. But if I find them, I'll put a few of those in and see what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to put that one right there. And maybe another little piece of greenery. Let's get another piece of greenery we've got over here. Where's my favorite greenery? Did I use it all? Oh, wait, I might have found a, no, that's too big. That's too big. Okay. Just looking, I've got all kinds of bits and pieces here. I'm just kind of seeing what may work. What may work. Okay, we've got a little piece of that. Let's take a little piece of that there. Kind of like it. Let's see how that'll look in there. Oh yeah, that kind of blends in with what we've got there. Okay, let's try this. Okay, just a tad of glue. Oh yeah, I like that. I like it. Yeah, I like the green okay. I might put a little bit of the, yeah, I don't, can't think of anything else I'd want to use. So I think I'm okay. We might put a little copper on there if we wanted to add a little bit of the copper. Just a little bit on there with it. Maybe in the middle. I'll just put it in the middle. We'll see how we like it. And then we might add just a little bit of the copper. But I think I like it okay. I think I like the green okay. So I'm kind of liking that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to take a little bit of that copper, since we used some of it. And I'm going to paint the top right here that we have. Let me get a little of that water out. I'm going to paint the top. And that's going to make it kind of blend in with our copper that we put on there. Yes, I like that. And then you could rust around here if you want it to look a little bit more rust. Totally how you want it. I'm liking that. So I think I'm going to do that. Put a little wax on it. I think I'm going to like it. What do y'all think? If you like it, give me a heart. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think we will take a little bit of our wax. And one thing you can do if you don't want, oh, I got brown all over everything, y'all. I'll have to clean those off. All right, if you don't want a lot of wax, you can start out with a little bit of your icicle or white. And you can put that around the edges, and it's going to keep it from being so dark with your brown wax. So you can just take you a little bit of this. I'm gonna move this. Let me put this back out of our way. I'm gonna make we're gonna make a little tag and we'll be finished. So let's put a little bit of this on our edge. Just wherever you think you're gonna put your wax. And I like a little wax to kind of finish it off a little bit. Especially around some of our paper, things like that, I usually do put a little bit of wax in there. That's the way I like to do it. You, of course, do you. Okay. All right, now I have a big brush wax. I can use the little brush. I don't know that I'll need this big one. So if you were wanting a big surface, or if you're wanting to wax over your surface, so if you don't want to use, I don't like Mod Podge, but I would use the force field on top if you want to seal it. Or you can take a white wax or a brown wax and put it on the whole thing, and the wax is going to seal it. So you definitely could use the clear wax and do the whole thing. So instead of using this big brush for that, that's what I would use if I wanted to do the whole surface. So this, I'm just putting just some little bits on there. So I'm going to get one of my little brushes here. I've got a little bitty brush here, just like the other. And I'm going to take it and just go around. Let me move these flowers out of our way. And I'm going to go around just a little bit with our brown wax on the edges where I'll put that. And then you'll see that it's not as dark because I did put the cream on there. That keeps it from being so deep. Let's put the top on this and we move that out of our way. I'm just putting just a little bit, not a ton, just a little bit to kind of bring that in a little bit right in there. So it doesn't just look like a piece of paper. You got it kind of blended into your background a little bit. You want to kind of blend. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that. That looks good. You can always add more if you want more. I'll pull our little strings through. Then we've got our little hanger. I'll pay attention to that back side. I'll paint them. This one's been painted, so it's fine. There we go. That's what I have for you. I hope that y'all like that today. Leave me some sweet comments. I'll go back and read them. If I miss saying hello, I'll go back and look at the comments and say hello to you on all 3 platforms. Hope you like it. Thank you. I hope you have a good Thursday as well. So I hope that y'all enjoyed that today. Just something a little different. And you could put a mold. You could put the other molds down here if you want to. Sometimes I just put 2. Sometimes I put 4. It's just whatever you like. Just take you a print, play with it, get you some ideas, and just go with what you want. You could put more on here if you want to put some. If you want your flowers to have some dimension, you could put a little of the dimension paint on there and make it have a little dimension. Totally up to you what you like. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you for the sweet comments. I appreciate all of you being here. We will see you again next week. It should be at the same time unless they happen to schedule the hubby's time during some of my live times. Then we will try to work it out. We'll work it out. And I won't be on this weekend as far as I know. I did download a new video to YouTube, so you can go there and watch it. I do want to make a little tag, so I'll decide on a little tag. I've got another couple of pieces of this same print. I have 2 prints, and so I kind of thought about making a little tag to hang on here as well. But I've got these here, so I'd have to hang it in the middle if I did that. So I don't know that I will add a tag, but I definitely could. We'll kind of look at it and see. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed rest of the day. And thank you for joining me. If you're not following me, please follow me on Facebook. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I appreciate you. And see you soon. Y'all have a great day.